You are now watching SSH, the best place to learn about competitive Pokemon TCG. Let's get it! Yo, what's poppin' peeps? Welcome back to the channel, SSH here. Yo, today we're going to be covering over the grand finals of the Late Night Series number 8 event. We had this event on Monday, September 27th to 28th, Eastern Time Zone. You can check it out on the Playlist website. It starts around 8:30 p.m. Eastern. You can check that in the description right there. We have Goomy47 playing the Dragapult V Inteleon deck that seems to make finals pretty much every single week at my event for some reason or another. Pretty good deck overall, playing against 7 the MC, playing Sableye V Galarian Weezing Inteleon. So a newcomer to the finals. Who's going to be able to take it? Let me know by giving this video a like. Let me know in the comments below. Let's spark a discussion. Which deck is going to win? And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. That being said, I want to jump into this exciting finals match and see exactly what's going on. So we're going to be jumping into game 1 of the finals, and we're going to be watching the game from 7 HEMC or the MC. Not entirely sure how these usernames work, against Goomy47. So the only thing that I have learned from all of this is that it's good to have 7 in your username if you want to make the finals at the Late Night Series number 8 events, because I guess 8 comes after 7. I don't know, trying to make some kind of wise joke here. Now, we see Dragapult in our finals again, piloted by Goomy47. That's really one of those things where I just wasn't generally expecting it. But, I mean, we had Dragapult again. I told everyone Dragapult's a really good deck, one of my personal decks. A lot of players did very well with this deck. And it's playing against Sableye V with Galarian Moltres. So, a new coming deck to our current format, kind of. It's kind of popped off recently, and it's seeing some success. I mean, I never thought that it would make it this far in an event, but I'm assuming not a bunch of players did either. But yeah, Mr. MC just made it all the way over there, so that's absolutely sick. Let's see exactly how this deck works out, if the Galarian Weezing is going to be able to shut some things off with its neutralizing gas ability. Anything going on there? Let's see what's poppin'. Both of these players had fantastic runs throughout the entire event. I believe top cut, you need to make 7, 2, and 1 at the bare minimum in order to make top cuts. And I know that Goomy has been basically, I think, went 7-0 and tied all 3 games straight. So that is absolutely sick. I'm looking at both lists over here, and I'm just trying to see exactly if there's anything cool that we see. Of course, we see that there's the Severe Poison. I think that's a really great start for anyone who's playing a Galarian Weezing deck. Basically hoping that Goomy does not have access to a Dragapult V Max and an Energy, but ta-da! There it is. Really seeing what's going on with that. In terms of a Dragapult list, I think this list looks like a pretty standard Dragapult list. No Crushing Hammers. Using that extra tech space to add in an extra Raihan, some extra counts on like things like Level Ball, Evolution Incense, Quick Ball, stuff like that. Overall, really solid list. Looking into the Sableye V list, I like that there's the Galarian Moltres. I like that there's access to... Is there Energy Switch? No, it doesn't look like there's Energy Switch at all. It looks like there's EXP share. So maybe Dire Flame Wings is going to be a really cool card in this matchup. There's currently only 1 stadium to bump that Path to the Peak, so maybe Dire Flame Wings will not even come out. So I think this is going to be a really awkward matchup going back and forth. Of course, there's that Glooming Darkness type weakness on Dragapult V Max. But what does it really mean when MC really can't get set up after that? I mean, maybe they will, and maybe this is going to be straight for a Raihan, getting that set up. I mean, they're looking for it. It certainly exists within the deck. So we'll have to see exactly if that's going to be something that can get a knockout. They're definitely looking through their deck, seeing what is up. This looks like, to me, they're just going to be getting out a Drizzile to grab a Raihan. Try to get these Drizzile set up for at least maybe a Shady Dealings next turn, or for a quick shooting Inteleon the following turn. So should be some interesting gameplay. This is really how Raihan is pushing the boundaries of the game. Now, to anyone who's not necessarily knowledgeable about Crazy Claws, I mean, Sableye V has not largely been super relevant. It's doing 10 plus 60 for each damage counter on that Dragapult V Max. That Dragapult has 4 damage counters, so it is going to be doing 250, 500 damage if I've done my math correctly in my brain. The 10 base damage, the 60 damage for each damage counter, 60, 120, 180, 240, 240 plus 10, 250, 250 times 2, 500. Boom, there's the knockout. And getting an early knockout like that is huge. So unless Goomy can follow it up with their own Raihan, and they played 2 copies of Raihan, it looks like this game might be close to over. But there we see the Dragapult V sliding into the active spot. We see the Dragapult V Max. Are we going to see that Drizzile? Because it can grab an energy from the discard pile with the Raihan, and it can grab another energy out of the deck or whatever else you need to complete that combo. There it is, peeps. We are going to see a back-to-back knockout because that Sableye V does have limited amount of HP. Now, when it comes back to Goomy kind of jumping back into this game, Raihan's really allowing that to happen. There's 2 copies of Raihan available in MC's deck, so we'll have to see exactly how that really plays out. Won't necessarily be able to get the respawned knockout. Oh, actually, maybe the respawn knockout will happen with Galarian Moltres V. I could just easily search out a Raihan, drop that one of Training Court, because there's no access to Marnie anymore. So this might just be game with 5 prize cards left on Goomy's side, and MC looks like they might have the perfect hand to just kind of bounce back and steal this game. I go back and forth on it, but could be really cool. Oh, you want to know what? There's that sneaky knockout on the Sobble. So you want to know what? That will not be able to get the Raihan play out anymore. Keeping the one Drizzile spot open, only one Sobble to evolve. A little bit risky on MC's part. We'll have to see what they get top deck. If they top deck the Raihan, they win the game. If they top deck an Evolution Incense, they win the game. So we'll have to see what's going on there. That is an Air Balloon, so that is none of the above. Let's, looks like Goomy's dodging a bullet now. I didn't necessarily see that Sobble getting knocked out, but that's why Dragapult's so tricky, being able to knock out all these Pokemon at their own free will and stuff like that. It makes for a really powerful deck. We might see this go quickly into a game 2. But you can see how both decks pack a huge punch, and it just goes back and forth and back and forth. And let's see what's going on here. Really trying to think of how they can get around this type of situation. It looks like they're about a boss's orders away from losing this game. Maybe it's a little bit better than that, and I could be missing something. It's one of those things where it's going to be tight either way. It's really going to come down to how many quick shooting Inteleons Goomy has active to really go with that max Phantom attack, getting a double knockout. But yeah, there's no draw power available in the Sableye deck at all. No Crobat V. Obviously, Dedenne GX is rotated. So getting that Sobble out and adding a Pokemon with a low amount of HP in play, a little bit risky. But looks like Goomy only plays the one copy of Scoop Up Net. So not really a great way to get everything set up. So you might as well go for a Galarian Moltres V strategy. Be like, I'm going to power this up. See exactly what's going on. Do you win the game or do you not win the game? And they are a boss and a quick shooting Inteleon away from winning this game. And with triple Drizzile, it might just be it. That quick ball might just be searching through the deck. I'm honestly not sure what's going on. Looks like Sobble's getting thinned out of the deck. There's another Path to the Peak. Boom. No more Dire Flame wings at all. Here's the boss's orders. Is there the quick shooting Inteleon? Oh, and the Max Phantom. So it just puts the game back into, will MC be able to top deck a Dark Energy? What? There's a Professor's Research top deck. Let's see if they get it. They are going to take this game. And there's the Dark Energy. So in a surprising turn of events, no quick shooting Inteleon, really costing Goomy game 1. So that's going to be the remaining 3 prize cards. And MC is going to be up game 1, likely Goomy choosing to go first game 2. So jumping into game 2, we do have Goomy going first. Obviously, they lost the first game. Going first in our post-rotation format seems like a great choice. let's see exactly how it plays out. Starting off Sobble might not necessarily be the greatest thing, but getting down a Dragapult and Energy, a Sobble, Path to the Peak, you really can't ask for too much else when you're playing Dragapult. Now, it comes down to, really, will MC be able to go Koffing Ascension into a Galarian Weezing? I'd like to see us search through some prize cards here, seeing exactly what's available in the deck. We can see that there's only one Galarian Weezing, so there has to be some things prized in there. I mean, when it comes to their deck, there's 2 copies, so 1 copy is definitely prized. What else is missing from the deck? And being able to check through the deck early is really important and indicative of a strong player. Obviously, you want to make sure that you have enough time in times of the factor, but we are untimed for the grand finals. So let's see what's going on here. Grabbing a Sobble seems like a good strategy, and I mean, I don't see any issues just going Koffing, maybe just Ascension here to shut off Drizzile Shady Dealings. I find every time I ever get out this Galarian Weezing with its neutralizing gas ability, my opponent always has a boss's order to bring up my Sobble, or a boss's order to bring up whatever else I have on the bench, or is just able to go switch and attack with Dragapult V. There you go! I'm not the only one! They have the boss's orders! And there's the Drizzile, so it's going to be a quick attack going off ASAP. And really taking care of that Sobble. It doesn't really matter what's going on. There's the Scoop Up Net. Boom. Putting MC in a tough position. So really, Goomy's just fighting out here. Fighting cleanly, but it feels dirty, right? You can't help but feel bad that they got boss's orders, Drizzile everything. And not evolving into the Dragapult VMAX is actually the correct play here, in case anyone was wondering. The reason why is because now after Severe Poison is hit, you can get rid of that Severe Poison by evolving into a Dragapult VMAX. But at the same time, it's probably not going to matter. The poison damage really is not going to matter in this matchup, because very few damage counters is going to turn Crazy Claws into an OHKO machine. So as much as Sableye is Dark type, the biggest thing to worry about here is that Galarian Moltres V. When it comes to Dark type attackers, Crazy Claw would probably knock out most VMAX Pokemon pretty easily anyways. But let's see exactly how it goes. There's Severe Poison. And we'll see how Goomy follows this up. I mean, if they don't have a way to really get set up after this, it could just be an absolute body. Oh, there's a Jet Assault. No! Goomy with the dead hands. So let's see exactly what's going on here. Maybe they'll just be able to start manipulating the board state a little bit from the Sableye side and getting things set up. When you just let your opponent do a whole bunch of quick shootings and you catch them with that neutralizing gas, they can't do anything. They are stuck. It's like if you walked outside of your house and they are totally doing all the brand new sidewalks and road work and stuff like that, fresh concrete, fresh asphalt everywhere. You jump in there, you're stuck. You're going to leave a footprint. Something's going to happen. And that's kind of what's going to happen if you're not doing anything against these decks and your opponent's like Shady Dealings and they're doing all this stuff. You're in a losing position. Obviously, if you can't do anything, you can't do anything. But you want to try to avoid these situations as much as possible. Goomy, obviously, going forward as much as possible with the boss on the turn 1. I believe they played everything correctly, but if the hand's just not necessarily going to work out, it's just not necessarily going to work out. So let's see exactly how this plays out. I think it's just going to be a quick shooting, getting out a bunch of Sobbles, kind of the whole gang's here kind of strategy. Leaving a little thin, but I just think Severe Poison over and over again, really that damage is going to certainly add up. And it might just be another 60 here. That might be a tough call. Yeah, geez. So the way that this is going to work out, it's going to go 160 back on their turn. But since they're still poisoned, they're going to be at 200. So one quick shooting is definitely going to get that knockout in between turns when it comes down to MC. They won't necessarily be able to steal the game this turn, but they will be able to take away all the energies from Dragapult and really isolate what's going on. So everything's working in their kind of grand plan. Let's see what MC wants to search out here from Shady Dealings. Now, I'm not entirely sure. They might want to have some more kind of supports. Looks like they might have left themselves with a little bit of a dead hands. Oh, there's Zigzagoon. Okay. Okay. Certainly not bad. The 10 damage can go there, and then that means that the Inteleon damage certainly can go to the bench there. Now, it's just going to be quick shooting kind of thing. It's going to be quick 2 prize cards, but it's not game yet as far as I'm concerned. I might have done some math wrong here. I think there's still another turn in play. It's not looking good for Goomy, but I can't necessarily see what's being typed. And it's good to know that they're both being so courteous to each other. So there's Severe Poison, there's the knockout, and yeah, that Sobble's just going to get sent up to the active, not losing the game. There's still another turn. It just depends. Maybe Goomy will have something, maybe they won't. Maybe it's going to be over right here, and we're going to crown a new champion. Quick shooting, Severe Poison. The damage certainly is there, but when you're in these finals positions, or you're in these last games, you want to fight and put up the best fight you possibly can. So there you go. There you have it. The MC wins. Wow. Sometimes you go into the finals and you're totally expecting a full blown out match, and other times players just, their deck did all the work to get there and it just didn't work out for them. I think both players played absolutely amazingly, but Sableye V just had to come on top. Congratulations to both players and everyone who played, spectated, participated, and everything else far in between. We do have a new sponsor for this event right now for the rest of the season. That's PTC Geostore. So you can check it out. I'm like, where's all my stuff? There's all my sponsors. You can check out their website, pick up some codes using code ZLSSH5 to save 5% off your order. You can also check that in the description. You can also help support me as a content creator by checking out my Patreon, my YouTube members, maybe picking up a deckless package, really helping me as a content creator. If that's not your vibe, give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments below. All that stuff really helps the channel grow. That being said, I mean, it's a short finals match. Still got to edit this video, so I'll catch up with everyone later. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Have yourself a great one. Peace out. I want to give a huge shout out to everyone who's become a channel member. It's one of those things where I appreciate every single person who watches my videos, and I mean, that's really where it counts, but for the channel members, they've gone out of their way to financially support me, and I truly appreciate that gesture. It's one of those things when I started channel memberships up on my channel, and I just didn't know if anyone was ever going to do it, so I truly appreciate everyone taking the plunge, taking a leap of trust, and investing in me as a content creator. Truly makes a difference for me each and every month. If you haven't already thought about becoming a channel member, you might want to contribute to the channel, and I do put everything back into the channel to make it the best possible place to watch for Pokemon TCG content. Again, I truly appreciate everyone. Thank you so much. Cheers. I truly appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch this video. It means the world to me. And my goal with this channel is to spread my love of the game and knowledge with our entire Pokemon TCG community. If you haven't already, help signal boost this video to other Pokemon TCG fans by liking it, sharing it with your friends, and subscribing to the channel. Hopefully we reach our goals really soon. Check out this recommended video, and have yourself a great day. Thanks.